Big week, everybody, and I will get to why in just a couple of minutes. But first, welcome back to Dirty Briefs, episode 51. Yeah, we're almost at a whole year of this podcast. Have you listened to all of them? Some of them? None of them? Whatever it is, I am so glad you're here. My name's Alex Hooper, and it is the second week of 2024. And because of that, I want to talk about goal setting, something I suck at. Yes, I am admitting it. I am being vulnerable. I am terrible at setting goals. In fact, a few days ago, I sat down with my wife to talk about what I wanted to accomplish in 2024. And the first thing I said was, well, I want to be the best comedian I can be. And she said, well, that's not specific enough. And I said, okay, I want to sell out comedy clubs all over the country. And she said, okay, well, how are you going to do that? And then I said, well, I also want to write a book. And she said, is that the most important thing that you want to accomplish this year? So basically, every goal that I had, she had a response to that I will just let you know made me shut down, want to run away, want to crawl into the deepest parts of myself and just go to sleep. I struggle with this because anytime somebody asks me about my goals and about specificity, I don't really know what to say because I don't know how to do that. I admit for years, I have been throwing spaghetti against the wall, hoping it sticks, but not even cooking it. I'm working hard, but not working smart. And I want to get out of my own stubborn ways. I want to change my habits, and I know I can. It's that feeling I get when I'm doing something new and scary, when I know it's going to take work, and I just want to pack up all my shit and just dig myself out of it and just shut down. But I can't do that. I understand that my goals are too vague, and that is a pitfall that a lot of people fall into because how do you accomplish a goal if you can't even say how you're going to get to the goal? A friend of mine just taught me about an acronym for goal setting, and it's SMART. SMART. S, specific, M, measurable, A, attainable, R, relevant, T, time bound. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. SMART. And that's when I realized, wow, none of what I just said can fit into any of those categories, except for attainable, like a couple of them, maybe, but I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. So, what I'm doing each day is I'm whittling them down. I realize that maybe I don't have a specific goal or actions to get there. But when I'm in my meditations, when I'm doing my morning pages, one of the things I'm doing is I'm writing down little things that I can do each day. I journal every day. Last year, I journaled over 300 pages. That was a great thing. So this year, I said, great, let's journal at least another 300 pages. That's one goal. But at the bottom of each page, what I'm doing is I'm saying, okay, well, what do you need to do today? Oh, I want to sell out my show at the Improv. So I'm going to text 25 people individually with personalized messages telling them that it's happening because they're not always going to see what it is on social media. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to contact my producer and director about the special taping next week to make sure there's nothing else I can do in that regard. What else do I need to do? I need to film and upload a dirty brief. I need to edit a stand up clip. These are all little things that I can do. And as I check each one off the list, it makes me feel a little bit better. And hopefully, slowly but surely, by doing this, it will lead to my goals being smart. specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound. With every action I make, I try to think to myself, is this nudging me closer to what I want, to the life I want to live? A few years ago, I love self help books. I read a self help book that I really, it spoke to me. It was called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And essentially, the concept behind the slight edge is that with every decision we make, we are either ticking up or ticking down. And at the beginning of a timeline, the people that are ticking up with every single choice they make, and the people that are ticking down, you don't really notice anything. They're both staying here. But eventually, the people that are making good decisions are going to start going this way. The people who are not making good decisions are going to start going that way. And so eventually, what starts as an even plane is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger in the gap. So, what I'm trying to tell myself, and what I urge you to tell yourself, with every decision you make, is this getting me closer to my goal? Now, that doesn't mean you can't fuck off. That doesn't mean you can't eat a giant hamburger instead of a salad. It doesn't mean you can't go to the movies instead of writing up a business proposal. You can do those things. You need to do those things. Sometimes you got to give yourself a break. But overall, are the decisions you're making getting you closer to what you want? Maybe I don't have a clear goal. Maybe you don't. But one thing I'm asking myself every day, am I a little bit better than I was yesterday? Am I taking the time to take care of my body, my mind, my soul? Am I doing things that push me out of my comfort zone? I feel like last year was my recovery year. I was all about bouncing back. Well, this year is about leaping forward. That's what I named my journal, Leap Forward. And when I had this conversation with my wife, I got scared because suddenly I was like, am I just floating and waiting for things to happen to me? Am I thinking about all a magical am I magically thinking, waiting for someone else to give me the opportunity because I've worked so hard over the years? I've been so nice to people. Won't my talent shine through? Why won't people validate me? Please. That's not going to get me anywhere. Action is what will get me somewhere. Little tiny things. Doing this podcast is an action that I have taken for almost a full year. And the fact that you're here listening to it shows that it's working. It's allowing me to do something. It's forcing me to be creative, to create it, release it, stop giving a fuck. Is this getting me closer to what I want? I hope so. I think it is. Slowly but surely, every little step I take, whether it's going for a walk instead of laying on the couch, doing a few push-ups every single day, choosing to listen to my sets in my stand-up every single day so I can prepare myself, so I can write new jokes, so I can refine what I'm doing, so I can be the best version of myself, because I know you feel the same way. You want to be the best version of yourself. It's easy to be a piece of shit. I know we fall into these habits, and it's so fucking simple because it demands that we just crawl deeper into the hole. But get a little uncomfortable. Surprise yourself, because that's what's going to make you feel better. And if you write down a couple things every day and then you do them and you can check them off the list, you're going to feel a lot better. Now, this is a big week, everybody. This week, I am taping my special at the Bijou Theater in Bridgeport, Connecticut, January 12th, Friday, 2 shows, a 7 and a 9:30. So, tickets are available. Please go get them. We're going to fill that place up. This is big, everybody. This is a huge moment for me. This is me trying to tick up in the right direction. This is going to propel me to that next level. Also, this Wednesday, January 10th, Magoobies in Baltimore. That's my final performance before I tape the special. And that's my hometown. So I expect to sell really well there. And I'm excited to play this new club. One of my goals this year, play 5 new clubs. Well, that's one right there. But I've never played in Connecticut. There's another state checked off my list. These are things that are adding to my soul. What are you going to do for yourself? It is a new year, and you can decide which way you want to go. Tick up or tick down. One way you will ascend, the other way you're eventually going to crash. So make that choice, everybody. Gosh, I'm so happy to be here with you. Thanks for listening. I love you.